Hey guys, so today, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have anything planned. I'm behind on my research. I'm waiting on police reports. And quite frankly, my OCD has been a little bit crazy lately. So I thought I would talk about that, even though I really don't want to. I don't know why all of a sudden, I've been thinking about filming this because I filmed a video a long time ago about my OCD, and I don't think I went over all of my rituals. And I've had one lately that's been driving me insane. And I've been thinking for a while I should film this, and now that I have the camera on, I'm like, really don't want to talk about this. But this is on me. I waited too long to get information for a true crime video, and I had nothing else planned, and this is where we're at. So I might as well talk about it. Maybe it'll make me feel better, and maybe some of you will be able to relate and feel more normal, because it's hard to feel normal when you're doing insane things for no fucking reason logically. Okay, shit, that was one of them. So I feel like talking about it is gonna make me do it like crazy, and then it's gonna set my whole day off, but I'm already doing it like crazy, and now I want to do it right now. Okay. So if you don't have OCD, you may think that it has to do with keeping things really clean and organized, and being obsessed with washing your hands and stuff like that. And while some people do have those rituals, that's a pretty common misconception about OCD. Most of us are not germaphobes or anything like that. Now, I love organization and I love cleaning and stuff like that, but it's not part of my OCD. But basically, you develop these little rituals of things that you have to do physically, or you have this overwhelming influx of thoughts that are not cool. And it can drive you crazy. So I heard someone talking about it the other day, and they said normal people get these thoughts too, but they're able to just brush it off as oh, that was weird, and then move on with their day. People with OCD cannot. The thoughts get louder and louder and louder and worse and worse and worse until you finish whatever the ritual is, and then it can go away, or you can quiet it down. So I think I developed my OCD when I was about 11. I remember being about that age when it really hit, and I used to just have panic attacks at night in my room over it. And mine has always been this weird thing about people not breathing. Mine has a lot to do with breath for some reason. When I was in middle school and stuff, if I wasn't doing one of my rituals, I had this horrible thought that my parents were gonna I don't even like saying it, but my parents were gonna suffocate if I wasn't bouncing my legs fast enough sitting in my seat. That makes no sense, and I knew it made no sense, but it would drive me into an absolute panic attack. Now, when I was that age, obviously you're a kid and your imagination runs wild, and you are more emotional, so it was really, really hard to control and to be more logical about it. So as I've gotten older, I'm of course that's not gonna happen. Me, tapping something the right way, or doing something on the left side of my body that happened on the right side of my body, is not going to affect anything like that. It's not going to harm it. My family's not going to die because I didn't do something like this. But it's almost I've never heard anyone explain it like this before, and I don't know that I've fully ever vocalized this before, but it's almost like the butterfly effect. You think that your motion, your tiny little flap of a butterfly wing, is going to set off a tsunami in your family's life, or someone that you care about, or whatever. And the weird thing for me is that most of the time I feel like it's in real time. If I don't do this right now, then right now something's going to happen to a loved one. But it is in that sense of a butterfly effect. Like if I do this, it's going to set off all these motions that are going to like affect my family somehow. And I know logically it makes no sense, but it's like I can't quiet the thoughts unless I do whatever that ritual is. And lately the ritual that has been driving me insane, and I want to do it right now, is that what I just did. Again, mine is with breathing, so it's also like, even though I have these thoughts of someone is not breathing because I'm not doing this thing, a lot of mine have to do with me breathing. And I have to, like, if I do something or I complete something, like if I'm playing Sudoku on my phone and I like complete the puzzle, if I'm not breathing in and taking a deep breath in when the puzzle like completes, and like on my phone it'll do like a fun little, you know, they'll like twirl around and be like, you won. Or when I'm putting in the last letter, if I'm not breathing in, it's almost as if I feel like that's going to be my amount of air and something's going to happen, and if I'm breathing out, I'm not going to have any air, or, you know, like it doesn't make any sense, and I know that doesn't make any sense explaining it. And I don't know if maybe that's me thinking like the intrusive thoughts of, oh, a loved one is suffocating for some reason. Well, if I'm breathing in while I do this, they'll have more air and more time to hold their breath and more breath to hold if I do this correctly. And I know logically that makes no sense, but it like makes me anxious if I don't do it correctly. The tick, I keep wanting to call it a tick because that's what it looks like. But the ritual that I've been doing a lot lately has to do with breathing in, blinking, and flipping my hands. And it has to do with seeing things correctly. See, I just did that wrong. Seeing things correctly out of both sides of my peripheral vision. So if I'm walking and I see one of my hands, say I see my right hand swing forward a little bit and I see the palm of that hand, I need to then, I don't know why, blink and then see the left palm of my hand on the next swing. And if I swing and I see the left back of my hand, then I have to reverse it and see the right back and then the left front, and then I kind of like do it over and over again. So lately my thing has been breathing in and blinking a whole bunch. I don't know why blinking has anything to do with it, but I breathe in and I have to flip my hands over a couple times so that I see them. And see, I wasn't breathing right there when I was talking. This is bothering me. And I look like a fucking crazy person. Like I'm just walking around outside and my hands are down. I don't have to go like this in front of me, but I'm doing it because of the camera. My hands are down and I'll just start blinking a bunch, and then someone might notice that while I'm walking my hands are doing this a few times, like jazz hands, but down, you know, like by my side. But it's because I have to see both sides of the palms while I'm breathing in at the right amount, because sometimes I breathe in plenty and I feel like that wasn't enough. And blinking is sort of like the end. So like when I was talking about Sudoku and like the number is about to like, the last number is about to go in its little spot, I have to be breathing in. That's like the cutoff. So my blinking is like the cutoff for some reason. Like if I'm not breathing in correctly while I blink, it didn't work. And I guess that's why I've been blinking a whole bunch, because it's like I'm giving myself a lot of chances to like breathe in correctly or enough. And it's been driving me crazy, and I sound crazy explaining it, and that's okay. Oh fuck, I just saw like, oh, like I just saw my knee. I just saw this knee and I didn't see this one, so now I have to like go like that and make sure I see them both correctly while I'm blinking and breathing in. And it's like, it's annoying, and every time I do it lately I'm like, oh god, I hope nobody saw that. Like that's weird. And it feels really weird, and I'm sure it looks really weird, but I can't help it. It just like has calmed me down when I feel anxious, and it's been driving me nuts. I feel like that has just been on my mind a lot lately because I've been doing this ritual a lot lately, and I don't even know why. Like, I mean, I'm stressed right now, but not like anything insane, but I don't know, I feel like I just feel really anxious. And I haven't had I've been taking my anxiety medication that I always take, like my daily medication, but I also have like a not Xanax, but like a really low dose of Ativan that helps, and I ran out of it and I have to go pick some more up today because maybe that'll help me calm down and maybe that'll help me stop looking like a fucking crazy person for a little bit. But yeah, that's what I've been dealing with there, and that's just been me for like the past week or two. But I have a pretty productive day ahead of me. I have a lot of stuff I'm gonna try and get done, which maybe that'll make me feel better, because whenever I have like a list of shit to do and I can cross everything off the list, that really helps. So that's my plan for the day. I'm sorry that this was this week's video, but this is just what has been taking over my life recently, and I'm not gonna just like throw some shitty research together just to put out a true crime video if I don't have the correct research. So I try and make my videos as quality as I can, and I just did not have the resources to put together something this quickly, and so this is all I got. Sorry. So yeah, if you guys want to see more videos, true crime, the randomness of shit like this when I don't have true crime ready, hit the subscribe button. I do upload new videos every Wednesday, even if they're shitty like this one. Comment below if you have any requests or suggestions for videos you would like to see, true crime or otherwise. I don't care what it is, I'll probably do it. And other than that, I'll see you guys next week.